You're in the zone. The superhero zone. Cue intro. Hello, and welcome to Superheroes 101. My name's Xavier, and I'll be your host. So in today's video, we're finally going to be talking about Falcon and the Winter Soldier on this channel, because I haven't posted a video in a month. I feel like I always do this, because I do always do this, but finally school's out, hooray, and I can be more consistent on YouTube because I don't have to worry about finals, papers, homework, and all that other stuff. But before I get into today's video, I have to talk to you guys about a few things. Number one, as you can see, I've redecorated, well not redecorated, I've added to my decorations and added the Disney Plus shows to my wall. WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and Loki. That's coming out today. So excited. This is filmed the day before Loki premieres. So, yeah. And I've also updated my Miraculous wall for those of you fans of my Miraculous Ladybug videos. And also, make sure you follow my Instagram, my new Instagram account, Xavier.Lee101. It'll show up somewhere on the screen. And always go check out my TikTok, Xavier.Lee6. On my Instagram and TikTok, you can find out when I'm going to be posting a video, when I'm not going to be posting a video, funny sketches, and all types of other cool stuff that I like to post on there. So you should go check it out. Also, before we get started with the video, little disclaimer, this video is going to be shorter and a little bit different than my WandaVision series review. Like, I'm not going to review the finale episode because the show already came out. A lot of stuff is already out about what's going to happen with the characters. So I'm really just going to be breaking down each character and their significance to the plot and why I like them or why I hated them. And yeah, without further ado, let's get right into the video. First and foremost, let's kick off this video about the two main characters of the show, Sam and Bucky. Now this show really captured how their friendship is growing, how their relationship is growing, and I really enjoyed it. Because at the beginning of the season, Bucky was like, why didn't you take the mantle of Captain America? Why didn't you take the mantle of Captain America? And then when we get to closer to the finale of the series, he's like, oh, I understand, you're a black man. That would have been so many issues to go through if you became Captain America. And then I really enjoyed how Bucky was very supportive of Sam's decisions and how Sam was supportive of his decisions, even if his decisions were reckless, like breaking Zemo out of jail. Like, that was a complete and utter mess. And I also liked how they showed Bucky's recovery from the Hydro stuff that made him into the Winter Soldier. I liked how they showed us how AO helped him to get his memory erased, so to speak, so that he would never turn into the Winter Soldier again. Now let's talk about Mr. Sam Wilson, aka Falcon, aka the new Captain America. One thing I have to say that I like about this character is that he likes to talk about problems before they escalate, like with Carly. He tried to reason with her earlier on in the season, well, about the midway point of the season, before John Walker came in and messed it up. If Sam was given the time to talk to her, he would have won her over and got her to be on his side or turn herself in. And I feel like that's very powerful, that he doesn't just go in guns blazing. He likes to resolve issues before he resorts to fighting. Just like in the finale, him and Carly were fighting and he only defended himself. He didn't actually fight. By defend himself, I mean Carly was punching him and he was blocking her with his shield and his wings, making sure that he wouldn't get hurt, but he was also showing her that he wasn't going to fight her because he respects her as a person and does not want to hurt her. I also enjoyed how Sam went through this arc of being Captain America in this show. At first he didn't want to be Captain America because he knew the complications that he would have to deal with when becoming Captain America. Because when people look at Captain America, they expect blonde hair, blue eyes, perfect person like John Walker, except he was not perfect in any way, shape, or form, but I'm gonna get to that next. Sam was worried about people's perception of him because he was a black man, and that is relatable to me because obviously I'm black, obviously, and it's really easy for people to discriminate against you because of your skin color, and it is a very powerful focal point of this show for the show to even go this way. Like with the whole thing with Isaiah Bradley, like that was important for people to know because stuff like that happened in real life, but I'm going to get to that later as well. And all in all, I think Sam was a wonderful pick to be the new Captain America and possibly even the new leader of the new Avengers. Next up, we're going to talk about John Walker. Party City Captain America. Walmart Captain America. That's what the suit looks like anyway. His suit looks so dumb. John Walker, the Party City Walmart brand Captain America, is a mess. He already had pre-existing PTSD from being in the army, but making him the new Captain America was not the best choice, especially when his best friend Lamar died in battle when Carly was aiming for John Walker and accidentally hit him, and then so John Walker was angry and then he lashed out and started killing a flag smasher that didn't kill his friend, and that was dumb. And all of y'all John Walker sympathizers out there need to stop, because when that happened, when that episode premiered, people were like, oh, he was just having a bad day. Just because you have a bad day does not give you the right of way to go and kill someone. What made it worse was that wasn't even the person who killed your best friend. You just wanted to lash out at someone. And that is a mess. And in my book, his character is unredeemable, even though they kind of had a mini redemption arc at the end when he helped Sam and Bucky round up the Flag Smashers and stop them, but also became the U.S. agent. He was working for Valentina Allegra, who recruited him for some odd reason. We don't know who she is yet, but rumor has it she was supposed to be in the Black Widow movie. She still is scheduled to be in the Black Widow movie, and I guess we're going to see what effect she has on the MCU. Like, I personally think that she is trying to start a Thunderbolts team. The Thunderbolts are basically rivals of the Avengers that have the same power set and were meant to take down the Avengers and basically do the missions and stuff that they couldn't do. And recruiting John Walker for that team was the first big step in that direction, which kind of excites me because I really like the Thunderbolts. I like the whole concept of the evil Avengers type of thing. But that's neither here nor there. Or also, she could also be rounding up the Dark Avengers as well. Either the Dark Avengers or the Thunderbolts. Or Marvel could clash them together and call them the Dark Bolts. Just a name suggestion. Marvel, email me if you want to use that. I want to get paid. Please use that. The Dark Bolts. But other than Valentina Allegra being a sus character that we know nothing about, John Walker has really bad issues. And personally, I felt bad for the dude when we first saw him, but now I don't feel bad for him because because to me, he just needs some therapy, and in my opinion, he's a really bad person. He's a really bad person, and I'm probably going to keep saying that until he properly gets redeemed, and even when he gets properly redeemed, I'm still not going to like him. And I have to say, Wyatt Russell, you played this character very well, because I've never hated a character as much as John Walker. Keep up the good work in the MCU. Now let's talk about Carly Morgenthau. Carly Morgenthau had a great cause to help people who were being forced out of their homes because people from the blip were coming back and the world was forced to work together for once and there was peace. But as soon as everybody from the blip came back, people were shoved out of their homes. The government was making them refugees, even though they thought that house was theirs, and Carly just wanted to go back to that, and that's understandable, but her motives were very explosive, to say the least. Literally explosive. She exploded a whole bunch of people in the building for some supplies. Let that sink in. Yeah, she did a lot. Like, I kind of agreed with her cause and disagreed with her cause, but when you start hurting people, your cause becomes wrong and you start to become a darker person, because I noticed that at the end of the season, before she died by the power broker, which is Sharon, before she died, like, literally she was going psycho, and she's like, oh, I don't care if we died, and she's like, one world, and the other flag smashers were like, then she goes, one world, and then they're like, one people, like, scared for their lives. That was hilarious. But all in all, Carly Morgenthau was not that bad of a character. I rather sympathize with her than John Walker. But it's kind of sad that her character got murdered at the end of this, because I wanted to see more of her. I wanted to see what Marvel was going to do with her amazing character. And also, she is a very good actress. She is in Star Wars as well. You should really check her out. Next up on my character list is Isaiah Bradley. Isaiah Bradley is a very important character because he was technically the first Captain America, and he was black. Now, let's talk about how the government literally experimented on him to get the other super soldier serums to give to the other soldiers. That was a mess. The fact that he literally had a nurse to take sympathy on him and tell the government that he died in order for him to live a normal life is nuts. Like, no one should be treated differently because of their skin color, race, ethnicity, language, whatever. Like, nobody should be discriminated because of that stuff. And the fact that we are, and now in today's world, is really not cool, not fair, and we really didn't make an effort to change, so stuff like this doesn't happen again, because what happened to Isaiah Bradley happened in real life. Basically, Isaiah Bradley's character was one of the only people who survived the first super soldier serum, and one day when they were in battle, some of his soldiers, his friends, his boys, got captured. He went to go save them. The government did more experiments on him, didn't congratulate him, didn't do nothing. But when Captain America goes to save his friends, soldiers, his boys, the people who were captured in his army, in his team, he gets celebrated. See? Racism. The theme of this show was probably racism, and that we need to treat everybody equally. Because more and more times that racism happens, not good things are gonna come out of it. So we really need to make a change in today's world and in society, period. But next up, we're going to talk about Baron Zemo. Before we get to Baron Zemo, one more thing about Isaiah Bradley. I really appreciated how Sam got the Smithsonian to put a whole exhibit and a statue of him telling his story and about how he was treated unfair, so people know what really happened. That was an important and emotional moment in the show. Now, Baron Zemo, one of the best, if not the best, villains in the whole MCU. I really liked his work in this show. Like, he literally was like the background villain slash helper of the superheroes slash literally an anti-hero. He literally kind of twisted at near the end, where he literally hired his butler to blow up the rest of the Flag Smashers, the whole car, so there's no more, because he did say earlier on in the series that he does not like super soldiers. However, he was going to spare Bucky's life because he said that you're not on my list or something like that. And I really like how crafty he is as a villain. He doesn't even have any superpowers, but he's literally the best villain and the smartest villain in all of Marvel. Like, seriously, more villains need to team up with him because he is very smart. But if they teamed up with him, he would probably turn on them in a second. So I really enjoyed seeing Zemo in this show. He's very intelligent, crafty, and I would love to be his sidekick, but I would never want to get in his bad side because I would be afraid what he can do to me. But now that we're done talking with Zemo, let's move right on to the power broker herself, Sharon Carter. Sharon Carter. I was not expecting to see much of her in this show, and I was certainly not expecting her to be the power broker, but if it wasn't her, who else could it be? Sharon Carter is a very undercover person, meaning that ever since she went into hiding, ever since Civil War, for helping Steve Rogers, she has started her own business for herself, selling original paintings and antiques that are important. And the fact that she was able to do this so well to sustain herself and then establish herself as a top-notch villain is simply incredible. Sharon had contact with Cargie Morgenthau from the beginning of the series. She texted her and said that she was going to kill her for doing what she was doing, and she ended up doing it. Why did she kill Carly? So that Carly would not tell Sam about her being the power broker, because she wants to keep her crime lordness going. She doesn't want to put that on hold because she must be getting a lot of money from this. And according to the Falcon and the Winter Soldier final credit scene, it seems like she's going to be doing a lot more crime in the US in her old SHIELD job, and she's going to be behind the scenes doing a lot more than we expect her to do. Now, she did say at the end that she's going to be selling SHIELD tech, and I'm like, what? She's going to be doing what? So the Avengers are going to have to take her down. Now, before I end the video, I have a little theory about Sharon. My theory is that Sharon is actually a Skrull. I think a Skrull captured the real Sharon, tied her up somewhere, and now that Skrull is Sharon, making a bad reputation for Sharon. And then that Skrull Sharon that I think is going to go into hiding and release the real one, and people are going to think that she is full of evil and hate towards the government. I know this sounds far-fetched, but we do have a Secret Invasion TV show where the Skrulls are going to have to find out who the evil Skrulls are. Talos and possibly Nick Fury are going to have to find out who the evil Skrulls are. And that's coming up in the MCU, and I'm just trying to figure out a way that they're already in the MCU, other than them camouflaging as Sword and SHIELD agents. I hope that Sharon Carter is a Skrull, because I thought that she could be like a modern day Peggy Carter, fighting for justice and goodness versus fighting for being evil and money and power. I hope she's a Skrull because I like the character and I want to see Marvel do more than just have her as a villain role. And yeah, that was the end of my theories for this video and my discussion and overall thoughts about Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I thought it was a very good TV show, better than what I'd expected, and I give it a 5 out of 5 because it was a very, very good show. I hope we get a second season, and I know there's a Captain America 4 with Sam as Captain America in the works right now, so excited for that. But leave down in the comments down below, what was your favorite part about Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and what are you hoping to see in the future? But now let's get to the end of the video. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on my post notifications so that you get notified every time I upload or post a video. And make sure you follow my Instagram at xavier.lee101 and my TikTok at xavier.lee6. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And Loki comes out today. No spoilers in the comment section below because this is a spoiler-free zone. Make sure you comment your favorite part of this video. And if you want more content from me, you're going to have to wait till my next video. Bye, you guys.